So what do you got next? Your final pick.
For my final pick, I've been deliberating this for a hot minute, but I'm going to have to go with Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. It is, what, 2.5 hours? How long is The Shining?
It seems like it's forever.
It is 2.5 hours of just what the fuck is going on. And it is, I know Stephen King doesn't like the movie, but I'm going to be honest, his book is a little more boring. I've heard from many people across various different friend groups, when they describe it, they're like, he just says something and he's like, trust bro, it's creepy. And it's like, okay, bud, you can't say the book is better when the movie actually like plays with your head. What I love about The Shining so much is that it's like, you really have to fill in the gaps on your own. You have to decide for yourself what the hell is going on. And I really like the way it's like, are there actually ghosts? Is this all in somebody's head? What the hell is going on? And it's just the inherent horror of being locked in a hotel in the middle of nowhere. What, Utah or something? I don't know. Colorado, the middle of freaking Colorado in snow season. And then just the tacked on horror of dead people, you know, dead grandma, dead kids, blood elevator,
twins, creepy ass twins.
Oh, the creepy ass twins, and like the people, the dude in the bear suit, and the butler in the bed, and then all the dead people in the party, and the bartender is like, what the fuck is this? And it's so well done. And I have my issues with what Kubrick did on set, but he put together a creepy ass piece, and it is so well done when you just like sit down and watch it. Also, if you're watching with friends, Jack Nicholson is the funniest motherfucker alive in that film. Like, the faces he makes are just so funny when you're not taking it seriously.
To me, every great horror film needs to have a scene in it that just sticks in your head in a way that's horrific, where, you know, you close your eyes, or when you think of that movie, that's what pops to your mind. You're like, God damn, that was creepy. And to me, it's the scene where Jack Nicholson goes into the room and sees a beautiful naked woman taking a bath, and then they start making out, and ew, and then we were revealed as this old decrepit dead lady, and you're like, nasty. And that just like seared into my brain is horrific.
Yeah, what really got me was when shoot, I always forget his name, but the dead caretaker, or the spirit caretaker, what's his face, when he's like, my wife and children got out of hand, so I had to discipline them. And it's like, oh shit, the twins and the woman are the like, you piece it together. It's like he hacked them to death. Like, you see the dead girls, like the cuts between the twins, and then their corpses, and it's like, oh God, he hacked them to death. And then it's like the whole, is Jack Nicholson the caretaker? Was he always the caretaker?
Just to say, who hacked him? Because that picture at the end where he's in the picture, it's like, did he do this? And he's just reliving it. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And that's where I like to think the hotel itself is a spiritual entity, and everyone has the Shining, but not everyone can control it. So that Jack Nicholson's character has the Shining. It's a hereditary trait. So his son is able to control it, but he can't. So the hotel preys upon his weakness and basically infects him with memories of the past, so that he was the caretaker at that point in time, but he's being shown a previous caretaker who was also taken over by the hotel and driven mad. And so that last shot is basically the hotel messing with him one last time.
Well, and it's great character development. And I've read a lot of Stephen King books, but I've never read that one. So I don't know what is Stanley Kubrick and wrote for the script and what was Stephen King wrote from the book. But they set up Jack's character as being weak, that he was an alcoholic, and he had at some point hit or had an accident with Danny, his son, And that already is showing he's kind of on the weak side. So when he goes to get this job, that he is open to suggestion, essentially. And that's kind of where it goes. It just goes down because he's not very strong in his mind. And it's great character development. Just it's I do have a lot of issues with the way Stanley Kubrick filmed that. Poor Shelley Duvall pretty much quit acting because of him. But the end result is hard to pass up, and that it's an amazing story and amazing acting.
Yes, if you remember anything about it, you will remember the performances and Shelley Duvall's performance. I mean, she was psychologically destroyed on set, but her performance, it's not even performing at that point, and that's just what makes it so much more horrific is her fear and terror and just Jack Nicholson being I mean, Jack Nicholson's Jack Nicholson. He's going to be crazy anyway. But then it's like those two and their acting, or I guess lack of acting thereof, is just really puts it together as this psychological mind fuck of a movie.
Agreed. Agreed.